A fairy tale finish puts Wrexham in playoff position. Welcome back to Where Red Dragons Walk with myself, Luke, and we have got Ed. Ed, what a win.
Absolutely incredible, just unbelievable. And what a crazy game, because half-time we were 1-0 down. We had a shot on target. I think the only chance was a cross that flashed across the face of the goal. And you thought if someone could get on the end of it, but we deserved to be 1 down, maybe 2 down. Terrible first half, but game of 2 halves. Second half was incredible, and what an ending. Unbelievable. The subs really did the business once again.
Yeah, definitely. We'll touch on Rathbone because the guy just pops up. Whenever Wrexham need him, he pops up. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about him. Obviously, the way the game planned out, like you said, it's a game of 2 halves. First half wasn't up to scratch, but it shows that the team togetherness, not to worry about that, just to keep going to the task, and they definitely did that. I mean, do you believe that the way the goals went in? I mean, this firstly, Josh Windas's strike, Rathbone's strike. Seeing some of them goals are a beauty, aren't they, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, Rathbone doesn't score rubbish goals, does he? Everyone seems to be an absolute blinder. And as soon as Windass rolled it across him, you just think, just hit it, please just hit it. And it absolutely flies in. But all the goals, I mean, Callum Doyle's, not many people speak about that because of the dramatic ending, but that was a fantastic, a centre half to take the ball on his right foot, smash it in, top corner, left footed. Yeah, all the goals were absolutely incredible.
Yeah, they were. Do you think, obviously, the late goals, we're going to touch on what Wrexham had to do to get them late goals, but from a QPR point of view, obviously, they go down to 10 men. Do you believe that had an impact in how the game finished?
I absolutely do, yeah. That second half, we were on top, and then terrible marking from a corner. They get a goal, the 2-1 up. We're applying a bit of pressure, but as soon as the guy went in, he was on a yellow. It was just an absolutely ridiculous challenge for someone that was on a yellow. He should have known better. There was no need for it. It was on the halfway line. And I think that did, because we were attacking anyway, trying to desperately get the equaliser, but that really, I think, lifted us, and it meant for them they had to be really backs to the wall. I've seen a few of their fans criticising some of their substitutions and things, but I believe they ran out of subs going into the injury time, which didn't help either with the red card.
Yeah, you don't getting a red card that late on. It's not never going to end well. But what Wrexham had to do, they still had to put the ball in the back of the net, and they for sure did that. And you touched on him, Rathbone. He always pops up trumps, doesn't he? He's the guy. He's been scoring so many goals. Is he a player, Ed, that going into the season, did you think that he could make it in the Championship? Do you think he had that? And he's scoring goals left, right, and centre.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't have said I thought this well. No, but he was fantastic for us last season in League One. Player of the season, he was absolutely superb. But then, as everyone knows, there's a big jump up to the Championship. Gets a nasty injury. He's out for a long time. Never expected him to come back and do anywhere near as well as he is doing. And the question is, should he be starting all the time now? He's coming on as an impact sub. Fantastic. When he started against Blackburn, though, he scored a fantastic volley. It's hard to have him as sub. And not only these fantastic impact goals, his work rate is so good. He really, he's closing down all the time. He just gives 100%. He seems to really like he'd be a nice character off the field as well. So it's really nice to see him do so well.
Yeah, very, very likeable character. I think that you talked about working 100%, chasing the ball down, and it takes character to keep working hard all the way to the end of the game to come up with 2 goals late on. It's not the first time Wrexham have scored in 90 plus either. It really shows that there's a real character within the group.
Yeah, it does. I was reading that we've scored 5 times in injury time, so we've done it a lot of times, considering we're only just a bit beyond halfway through the season. It's not bad at all. But that character, it's been for the past 3-4 years now. New group of players, But again, you can never, don't leave early. Just don't leave a Wrexham game early. 90 minutes, it doesn't matter to stay, because you never know. You never know. League Cup earlier in the season, we were 2 goals down against Hull City going into injury time. Scored 2 goals, won on penalties.
Yeah, it's so true. Never, do not leave. If there's something to take from this pod, it's never leave a Wrexham game early, because you're going to miss so much. You're going to miss so much. Obviously, prior to the game was a draw against Leicester. They've obviously gone on to sack their manager recently. I think it was this morning. So they're obviously having a tough time. But was you happy with a point?
No, because we played really well. We deserved 3 points. They didn't really look like equalising, but 1-0 is a dangerous score. So it seems crazy considering where we've come from, but pretty disappointed with the draw at home to Leicester. Shows how well we're doing, doesn't it, when that's such a bad result?
Yeah, definitely. And with alongside the win against QPR, you're now up to the playoff positions, Ed. How's that feel to be in that top 6? And do you believe that you can cement that position and maybe push on further?
It's surreal to be so high, to be, talking about playoffs this stage of the season. It's really close between 6 and the teams just below. I think Watford have got a game in hand as well, which, if they win that, if all things stay, they would overtake us into 6. But there's nothing in this league. We haven't played anyone that I've really felt, oh my goodness, they are so much better than us. Even games where we have been beaten, we've looked like, we've let ourselves down maybe on the day, or we could have done a bit more. I don't see why not. We've still got a little bit of time with the transfer window. If we strengthen as well, we certainly can target the playoffs. There's no doubt. Yeah,
100%. There's a few rumours knocking around, isn't there, as there always is in the January transfer window. I mean, there's some outrageous one about a potential £20 million signing. I mean, I know you've been after talking about a striker, but did you think you'd be rumoured with a £20 million signing?
No, never. And it would break all championship transfer records. How much truth there is in it, I'm not sure. The rumour is that Wrexham have put a bid in for 19 million. I think that includes clauses and add-ons and different things, but it's an insane amount of money. But the club is generating so much money now. I don't think we're in any risk of breaking any rules, because there's so much money coming into the club that we're going to be forever linked with high-profile players or expensive players. Armstrong from Southampton, he's another one we're being heavily linked with as well, 15 million. Watch this space.
Yeah, that's all we can say. Watch this space. Obviously, with Sam Smith and Kiefer Moore scoring goals, it would be a shock for him to bring in a striker with that price tag, but we shall see. Right, now we on to the next game, which is Sheffield Wednesday away. This, I think the whole EFL feels very sorry for the Sheffield Wednesday, but it probably is. You are hoping for 3 points there, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you've got to. They're still on minus points, but they had an incredible amount deducted. They seem to have a great following. I do notice quite often on social media and things, their fans stay until their end, and the singing. So they're certainly staying with them. And I hope next season at least they start to go on to bigger and better things, and they're challenging for promotion to bounce back. But we've got to go there expecting a win. But it's still not going to be easy. Sheffield Wednesday, a lot of their games are very, very close. We've got to be on it to get another 3 points. Fingers crossed.
Definitely. What would you be your score predictions, mate?
I think it's going to be really tight. I'm going to go for 1-0.
Okay.
A tight 1-0 win.
Rathbone, 95th minute.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It'd be boring otherwise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be such a Wrexham thing to do, wouldn't it? Rathbone, 95th minute. Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely. Right, we are now on to the A to Z and letter N. We are flying through it. What's your letter N for Wrexham, please, Ed?
I think the letter N is non-league. We had 15 dark seasons in non-league, making the playoffs a few times, but many seasons were really, really disappointing. And for many fans prior to us dropping into non-league, we were always a lower league, League One, League Two. That's kind of where our level's been. I don't know, for about 80 years or so before we dropped into non-league. But those days, I don't miss them at all. I don't miss, not knowing teams, thinking where's that on a map, because they're really, really so small. I saw we didn't quite go to the National League North, although COVID, we were struggling in the COVID season. We could have gone down a further division, but saw the weekend our rivals Chester, they were losing at Peterborough Sports away, so not even the best team in Peterborough, whilst we were winning at QPR. But yeah, those days now, hopefully we never ever return to those depths ever again. We certainly won't anytime soon.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Where's the, I don't know, I'm going to say horriblest place you've gone to, but somewhere you turned up and you thought, why are we in this level?
Yeah, Hideaway was awful.
Right.
So Hyde in Manchester, they were struggling. We went there, the ground, there's just nothing to the ground at all. There's just a couple of small stands, and we lost 2-0, and you just thought, oh my, how far have we sunk? So that was the worst ground, but we've had some horrendous results. I can remember us losing 4-0 at home to Telford once. 7-2 to Gateshead we lost. That was at home as well. we really, I'm laughing now, but I wasn't at the time. Yeah. There's a reason I've not got much hair.
Well, now you're sitting in playoff positions in the Championship, so exactly. You can laugh from this position, definitely. Right, finishing with tweet of the week as we always do. We mentioned this player at the top of the show with one of his goals against QPR, and it's Josh Windass. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? What signing he has been. And this tweet is nobody really knows what's going on for Josh, but one thing is for certain, and when Josh plays for Wrexham, he gives his all. What I want to take from that is football players are human. Football players have a lot going on in their personal life, in playing football as well. It's a lot of pressure, isn't there, for the modern day professional?
Absolutely, and it's the side we don't think about and the side we don't see. And maybe someone doesn't perform on a Saturday, and we don't know what's going on in their personal life. We don't know their relationships generally, unless the big ones that hit the press or whatever. We don't really know what's happening. So they are humans. They are young lads with an awful lot of money when it's at Championship level. And whilst many of us think that would be absolutely amazing to have that amount of money, we don't really know if you were given these thousands of pounds per week from the ages of 18, 19, 20. It's maybe not all glamour when you're so young as what we think. So it's not hard. And just with Josh, I don't know if it is his personality, but I do notice a lot of the times when he scores a goal, he doesn't really celebrate. And that was really present against QPR. It was, I think I used to do something similar. If I scored a 5-a-side, to pretend I was a really good player when I wasn't, just, I always put a score top goal. But definitely with Josh, I don't know if that's his personality or not. I don't know if he's going through a tough time or not. I mean, I have no idea. He's a fantastic footballer. But we don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely. And social media can be a tough place as well for these professionals. I mean, his dad obviously is an ex-professional himself and quite, well known in the media, which brings attention as well. It's hard, isn't it? Do you think social media people need to be a lot more careful about what they're saying about these professional players, because they are human?
Yeah, we've all got opinions, haven't we? And they all can be quite extreme. Half-time QPR, not the whole team. I think a lot of us were very quickly to be on the back of players when things aren't going well. We score 2 goals in injury time. All of a sudden, they're the best things ever. It's an extreme sport. You're either loved or you're hated. So social media is something that players only over the last few years have had to accommodate and had to learn. And it must be hard to stay off and look at comments if you've not had a good game or if you're getting a lot of stick. So yeah, it can't be an easy place at all. And football, I think it's okay if you've got a personality where you take the highs with the highs and the lows with the lows, but that's easier said than done, especially when fans are so passionate. We react, and I've been guilty of it, reacting quite extremely to different results. 1 minute, I want the manager gone. The next minute, he's the best thing ever.
Yeah, and like I said, we can all have opinions and react like that. That's sort of off of emotion, etc. But there's a line, isn't there? And some people do cross it. So it's all well and good saying your opinions on different players, managers in terms of professional stuff. But then when some of the abuse players get, I wouldn't like to see anybody get anything like that. But yeah, he's what a player Josh Windass is. He's been a great signing for the club, and long may that continue. Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much for a great conversation, mate. And yeah, he's flying. Absolutely, Red Dragons are flying. I look forward every weekend to see what we're getting on. How we're getting on. So yeah, we'll see what happens against Sheffield Wednesday. Thank you everybody for watching at home. Please like and subscribe, and please get involved in the comments below. Can Wrexham stay in playoff position?